What's up YouTube, it's Rubik's Show 15, and today I'm going to be bringing you the Fangshi Shuang Ren review. So I'm going to start off with the stickers. Let's start off with the white face because it has the logo on it. So it's normal white, the stickers are rounded. So to fit the pieces, because in here the pieces are all curved, but we can get to that later for the pieces section. So the Fangshi logo is F/S. So I guess that's a good logo. Okay, and so white's white, and now let's move on to green. It's a nice color green. It's just a pinch darker than it is in the viewfinder. There's somewhatly bright yellow, light yellow, I guess I'll go with. And then good blue. And a little bit dull orange, I guess. And I had to change the red stickers because they looked maroon and it was awful. I actually kept some of the stickers here, so when you peel them off, they're actually a good color red. It's just that the stickers are so thin, the black kind of shaded down the red color, so it looked maroon, and I could not stand that. So I had to go ahead and replace it with these stickers. I did not use the IQ Mart stickers that came with it, because those stickers are actually a bit smaller than the normal Fangshi stickers. But these are just a pinch bigger, and they're a bit more boxy, but they are rounded at the corners, so they're good enough. Like if you're just going like this, you can't really notice. So next section will be the turning. So if you've seen any Fangshi Shuang Ren unboxing, it kind of has a Shapeways sound to it when you first take it out of the box, and it kind of feels like a Shapeways puzzle too. But after doing a whole bunch of solves on it, that sound kind of fades away, which it's kind of disappointing. I really liked that feel and the sound, but it does go away after a while, so now all it's left is the smooth cube, but it sounds as if it's a little bumpy. But it's not bumpy at all. It's just a super smooth cube, and that's pretty much all there is to say about the turning. So, no more Shapeways feel, I guess, is the thing I'm trying to get across. So next, corner cutting. So once I got this cube, I had to tighten up the tensions a lot, because I like my cubes a bit tighter, so there are my tensions approximately. This is actually loose compared to a bunch of other my puzzles. But that did affect the corner cutting. It could corner cut 45 degrees, but I guess it can with some force on some faces, I guess. But it can definitely corner cut line to line here, if you can see that. Yeah, so line to line is really all you really need, because I never cut even this far during a solve. So if you can cut this much easily right now, it can cut smaller bits even easier for a solve. So corner cutting is fantastic on this puzzle. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at the pieces of this puzzle so we can see just how it functions. Let's see if I can get one out here. On these tensions with the anti-popping mechanism it has, it's pretty difficult to get them out. Okay, so maybe just that. There we go. So let's go ahead and look at this edge piece. It kind of has pieces that jut out right here, and it also has the normal looking part right there. And now, this corner, let's look at the base of it. It has a very wide base. Let's see if you can see that. Yeah, so it has a pretty wide base there. It's like just under a centimeter. And let's compare them to a Fangshi piece. Okay, so the Fangshi's over here, Fangshi Shuang Ren's right here. As you can see, there are some major differences here, such as, like this is much wider here, making it much harder for it to come out from underneath the centers and pop. And if we turn it here on its side, the Fangshi has a little tiny thing that comes up, kind of just like this. And this works more as a torpedo, whereas I took out the torpedo on this because it makes it turn a bit better. But this really doesn't work as a torpedo right here. Whereas on this, the Fangshi Shuang Ren, they made it much wider, Therefore, it works much better as a torpedo. So let's move on to the corners here. So there's the Fangshi, here's the Shuang. As you can see, the base is much wider than the Fangshi. So that makes it much harder for a corner piece to pop out or something. And let's look at the stocks. The stock on the Fangshi is much longer than the stock on the Fangshi Shuang here. And I don't know much about pieces, so I'm going to end it at that. And let's go ahead and look at the core of this puzzle. It kind of has spherical parts in there that kind of make it look like a sphere, but really it's only a normal core with extra parts for sturdiness. If you can see that, kind of looks like a circle in there. But the pieces never actually touch those parts of the puzzle, so that core does not affect any of the turning. So let's move on to pops and lockups and corner twists. So I've never actually had this puzzle pop on me, even when it was super loose, just because it has that anti-popping mechanism, how the pieces are shaped and everything. So I've never had a pop on this. It simply does not pop. And lockups, I don't think I've ever actually had a lockup on this cube, and I've done at least 500 solves on it. And for a corner twist, sure, they can happen, just not very frequently, as long as you're cubing responsibly and not like going too crazy on it. Like, you can just easily turn the corner, but as long as you're being good with the cube and you have at least good tight tensions on it, just not super loose, corner twist will not happen too often. But again, that relies on your tensions, on how often that will happen. And now just a bit of extra information. Like whenever you're solving it or something, you just set down sometimes, like it doesn't align quite right like that, but you just need to go like that to flatten it down. It's really not a big deal. And also when you're like speed cubing with it, it kind of like shakes or vibrates in your hand, and I don't exactly like that about this cube, but it's still a very, very good speed cube. But that one thing kind of makes me really mad at the cube, but it's okay. So yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say about the Fangshi Shuang. My overall grade for it would be a good A, maybe an A minus, because of that vibrating thing. It kind of makes me mad, and the red stickers just are. It's not a good color for speed cubing, the recognition. So overall grade, it's an A, maybe A minus. And this cube, I would recommend it to you because it's very fast, very good. But it won't be the main for every speed cuber, but it will become the main of many speed cubers. It's my new main cube, so thank you for watching, and always remember, have a great day.